Hi, I'm Elias, a creative AI-powered business consultant. You're watching my Founder One business exercise. Founder One because one day, one person, one challenge. Sadly, VW faces increasingly huge challenges due to its slow digital transformation and the changing markets and circumstances. So I find them very disheartening because Volkswagen is an amazing brand and millions of jobs depend on it. So let's have a look and reinvent it. This presentation is going to be a speed run through one day of work, of research, concepting, and of course, layouting. You will look at the brand, the transformation assets, new concepts, and a future roadmap for the next 10 plus years. Everybody knows Volkswagen, German brand, but now global corporation with many sub-brands. The business model canvas shows the various areas of a company, and it has, of course, huge financials, but is suffering, and therefore the layoffs because digital transformation is not proceeding as fast as it should. And it has a lot to offer, and also huge goals with 2050 carbon neutrality. But let's look more in depth. It has a lot of strengths and a lot of opportunities, some weaknesses and some threats, but there's a lot to work with. And of course, since it has more than one brand, it's more than Volkswagen, it has a lot of sub-brands, you also have a lot of competitors, just a short overview. And the Protos 5 forces analysis shows that especially there's a threat of substitutes and the competitive rivalry is very high due to automotive being a highly competitive field and the transformation because people and goods need to be mobile and therefore many new entrants. The past analysis also very self-explanatory, and then we look into the various categories of Volkswagen. The automotive, everybody knows, it's pretty clear, commercial vehicles, where you have the trucks, for example, of MAN, Scania, and Navistar, and the internal combustion engines, which some people want to take out and some love them, but it's also an area where Volkswagen is really good, has a lot of good capital and assets and skills. And then, of course, motorcycles, since they acquired Ducati. And turbo machinery with MAN, energy solutions is also a huge area. And then we close off with the banking and with the financing and the fleet management. And the leasing, of course. The third part of our analysis is a quick look at the customer profiles and their journeys. So these are the areas that we just analyzed. And if you go into detail, you see this is the automobile area, commercials, combustion engines, and they all have the different segments, the different journeys. So it's basically a very diverse, complex, and interesting brand to work with. The fourth and last part of the analysis is the look at the events and trends. The IDA envelopment is something that we're very aware of. Geopolitical tensions between countries are also regularly in the news, which leads also to tech embargoes, for example, for chips, but also other resources. Then political change is not just the US elections. Regularly, there are elections all around the world, and we have a tendency of things getting more difficult with new leaders coming in and new agendas. Then the climate, disasters or challenges, however you want to see it. Then, of course, economic pressures is another result of everything that's happening. Then the technological disruptions, which is also a part to AI, of course. Energy shocks, everything's getting more expensive, supply chains, and the financial instability due to stock market plays and whatever is happening. Public health is another bigger concern and should also be taken into account. So let's look at what makes the Volkswagen Group such a powerhouse and what its future assets are. So the multi-brand synergy is one of the biggest differentiators and assets because if you innovate on one product or brand or system, you can share it across the line if you have a modular setup. And this drives a lot of innovations because as soon as something is invented, you can introduce it in the other brands. which enhances the unique selling proposition and the customer experience. And the vehicle lineup is also hugely diverse, from motorcycle to car to truck to engine. You have digital services, financing, banking, and even non-car services as seen before. And the global presence is another huge benefit because it's spread over 150 countries. Not one market makes more than 20% of the revenue. And therefore, you have a lot of know-how. You have local know-how on a global scale, and also local experts and diverse point of views, which you can use and utilize and monetize in the end. And this is the shared AI R&D. So whatever you invest in your research, as soon as something is developed and invented for one brand, for one product, you can share it across the line if you have this modular setup. And of course, also the insights and everything can be shared. The vertical integration, another huge benefit. And also, it's various really interesting assets. For example, the design studios, the financial services, its own university, motorsport division. So there's so many facets which generate insights, know-how, where they have experts. And if you share that across the line, it's hugely beneficial. And of course, the non-automotive ventures, for example, the Autostadt, which is a kind of car-themed theme park in Germany, Wolfsburg, where also the headquarters of Volkswagen is. So there's a lot that they can use. The financial services can help to buffer the instability that we are going to have in the next few years. And of course, then all in all, you have an unstoppable AI innovation engine. And now let's look at the blue ocean strategies. The first one would be integrated mobility operating surface. Imagine Volkswagen leverages its massive user base and vehicle fleet to create an AI-powered mobility orchestration platform that connects all transportation modes, cars, trains, bikes, and even flying electric vehicles through a single interface. This system optimizes routes, predicts demand, and manages capacity in real time across public and private transport options. So the reasoning behind it is current mobility apps are fragmented and single-mode focused. VW's scale and multimodal presence enables creation of a unified mobility internet, as you might call it, that could become as essential as mobile operating systems, creating massive network effects and data advantages. Second would be a circular vehicle economy. Imagine a comprehensive systems where vehicles are designed, built, used, and reintegrated into production through modular design, smart contracts, and automated remanufacturing. This system includes vehicle-to-grid energy trading, battery second life programs, and AI-optimized component reuse. The thinking behind it is linear production is becoming unsustainable due to resource constraints and regulations. VW's manufacturing expertise and scale makes it uniquely positioned to create an industrial circular system that turns sustainability into a competitive advantage. The third is an autonomous living spaces platform. Development of a modular autonomous vehicle architecture that transformed based on use case from mobile office to entertainment space to sleeping quarters. This platform integrates with smart city infrastructure and uses AI to optimize space utilization and user experience. The thinking behind it is, as autonomous technology matures, vehicle interiors will become the next competitive battleground. VW's expertise in platform development and mass customization enables creation of a new third space category between home and office. The fourth would be climate-positive manufacturing ecosystem, a factory network that actively removes more carbon than it emits through renewable energy generation, carbon capture, waste heat utilization, and circular material flows. This system creates a blueprint for industrial decarbonization while generating new revenue streams for excess clean energy and captured carbon. The thinking behind this, manufacturing emissions are a major liability. VW's industrial scale enables transformation of this liability into an asset through systems that make sustainability profitable. Neural mobility interface would be the fifth. It's a direct brain-to-computer interface system that enables thought control of vehicles, predictive navigation based on neural patterns, and emotional response vehicle adaptation. This system creates an unprecedented merging of human and machine intelligence in mobility. The thinking behind it is, as neural interface technology matures, whoever controls the mobility brain interface will have massive advantages in user experience and data. VW's expertise in human-machine interfaces positions it to lead this revolution. The sixth would be an urban air mobility network. Imagine a comprehensive urban air transport system, including electronic vertical vehicles, vertiports, and air traffic management and integration with ground transport. This network transforms urban mobility by utilizing the third dimension while solving ground congestions. The thinking behind it: urban air mobility is inevitable as ground transport saturates. VW's expertise in mass production, batteries, and mobility services enables creations of a scalable air transport system. The seventh would be a holistic energy management system, AI-powered platform that orchestrates energy flows between vehicles, buildings, and the grid to optimize system-wide efficiency and create new value from mobile energy storage. This system transforms vehicles into distributed energy assets. The thinking behind it: the electrification of transport creates massive distributed storage capacity. VW's scale in EVs enables creation of a virtual power plant larger than traditional utilities. The eighth would be space mobility solutions, development of electric and autonomous vehicles for lunar Mars exploration, space tourism, and orbital transport. This program leverages VW's core competencies and reliable transport for extreme environments. The chain of thought is space exploration and commercialization is accelerating. VW's expertise in ruggedized vehicle and autonomous systems enables early leadership in space mobility markets. The ninth would be consciousness transfer platform. Imagine a system enabling transfer and integration of human consciousness with vehicle AI systems, creating unprecedented personalization and new forms of mobility experience. So the thinking behind this is, as brain-machine interfaces advance, the new frontier will be consciousness integration. VW's expertise in AI and user experience positions it to pioneer this ultimate form of mobility personalization. And the last is the quantum mobility network. Quantum computing powered mobility system enabling instantaneous optimization across infinite variables, predictive positioning of assets, and revolutionary efficiency in transport networks. The thinking behind it: classical computing limits optimization of complex mobility systems. VW scale justifies investment in quantum capabilities that could enable unprecedented network efficiency and new mobility paradigms. And now the last segment looks at the implementation of those future strategies. You have success factors, which I clustered into 3 areas. Then the risks, again, 3 categories with things that you need to pay special attention to. The roadmap in 3 phases. And these are the ideas, as said before, with the development of the various blue ocean strategies and everything that's required to do. And hopefully then we'll start venturing into space. And these are, of course, very future-forward ideas. And the 6 key insight areas that I see as important. And if you like this analysis, then contact me. I'm a business consultant that helps with strategy and AI, creativity, marketing, whatever you need. These are a few of my services that I offer. Thank you for listening and have a great day.